Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video on the Seadoo Jetski. Today we've got a battery, we're going to hook this battery up, see what we get now we've done the repairs to all the electrics. We did find some bits in the main, if you remember on the last video, in the main electrical box, which was the big white box that was actually really clean inside. We found a few of the wires which were mixed up. So even with that flooded box, there was still no power could ever get to that control module because somebody had mixed up two of the wires. Now one wire on the jet ski is red and the other wire is red with a little purple stripe. Now what they'd done is they'd hooked up the red and purple coming in to the red wire of the rectifier, which is the unit that actually outputs to charge your battery when the engine's running. So that was hooked up completely wrong, and then the red wire and the red and purple wire on the MPEM module, that little black sealed module, those two wires were coming out of the module and just joined together. So there was never any 12 volts getting to that panel at all. So that's why we had nothing on the unit, which I assume was why it was completely dead. Also, all that water in that box there at the back probably didn't help at all. So we've cleaned all that out, we've done the parts in the front electrical box, and I've done a new ground wire as well. So we're going to hook a battery up, and we're going to switch it on and then see what we get, see what happens. So let's get that done and we'll go from there. Oh, what I'll do though, I'll show you the box, the back box that was flooded, and show you what I did there to clean that up and how it looks now, which looks pretty good. Okay, so here we go. You can see here all the components in the electrical box now. It's all lovely and clean. We've cleaned and scrubbed all the corrosion that was on there, although it wasn't actually too bad. It was just a lot of surface stuff, but all these, we've brushed these with a metal brush, or wire brush rather. Cleaned all these contacts up, redone all the ground. These were actually, if you unclip these, I didn't realise at the time, but all these are is a little fuse holder. You can see there they've got fuses in. Only one of them had water in, the other one was still completely sealed, dry, which was, obviously they've got these little seals on them. One of them leaked a little bit in, the other one was bone dry. So we just cleaned them up. I did change the fuses anyway because they did look a bit corroded. So you've got a fuse there, the actual ignition coil and CDI module is one complete piece in this. And then we've got our starter relay, which we've tested, and that all works. Clicks over and sends power through, so we've just cleaned that up. And that's it, that's all there is to that. It's literally a couple of wires going in for the starter relay, a couple of fuses and the coil unit, and that's all that's in there. So that was nice and easy. Now let's just pop that back into where it lives. Get it back in there. Right, now the other thing we've done, as you would have noticed previously, there was two red wires in here, one of them going to the case. So what I've done, I've just put some of this black conduit over this cable and hidden all the red colour from it, so you can actually tell now that that is actually the ground wire. Makes it easier to distinguish it, so anybody in the future that works on this or looks at it, if we sell it, will know what's going on. Right, let's get on with this. We're going to put the battery on. We're going to see if we get any power through the system, and if anything lights up or turns on or does anything. I don't know if anything will, but we'll try, and we'll go from there. for now, just to, I don't have to put it all in the thing and strap it in. It's not going anywhere, so I've just loosely set that up. So let's take you guys with me over to the ski. As you can see, I've just plonked that in there. That'll do for now. I'm not going to be able to start it up, I don't think. But let's see if anything happens. Oh, we've got a red light. Okay, we've got something happening. Well, that makes a clicking sound when you press that. Okay, so that's just clicking. That's not doing anything. Let me just get my boat key and we'll see what happens with our boat key, see if that makes any difference. Right, next job we've just done, just quickly done it off camera actually. I've got one of these little sounders. The buzzer in this wasn't working, so I've just hooked up, you can see just here, I've hooked up one of these, had a couple of spare ones kicking around, and I've just wired it into the power block just down there, because there was no beeps coming from the jet ski. Now I've got a key here which is actually from a Seadoo boat, but we're just going to try this. Now, so we get one long beep, not the two, so it knows it's the wrong one. Yeah, it knows it's the wrong key, so that seems to be working. It's a shame I don't have the actual proper key for this. So, the electronics are working. I did hope that if this was not a coded one, because some of these early skis weren't actually coded, you could use any key on them. So this one has been coded to a specific key, so I do need to get a key done. So I'm going to have to find out what we need to do there, and if anybody in the UK can do it, or if any of you out there know of a way to do it, or any kit we can buy that will able to program a blank key without us having to take the jet ski somewhere, then that would be good to know. Got something clicking in the back there. So, with the key on, we get one long beep, and it's the same when you press the start stop. So we know the buttons work, and we know these work. We know it's reading the key and saying that's the wrong key. So, looks like I've repaired all the electrical parts, but obviously we need the key to be able to turn the engine over. So that's going to be the next step, finding out what we can do about getting a key for it, and see if we can turn this engine over, see if we can get it to start. Okay guys, we've made quite a bit of progress there. So we've got the electrics working. You can see with our incorrect key that we've got here, that it recognises it's the wrong key. We get that long one beep, and the light comes on and then goes off. Without the key, you can press the unit, comes on, the light comes on, and these two VTS buttons work, although we're just getting a clicking, so the motor's not running, but I'm guessing the engine has to be running before that system will work. That may be correct, it may not. Some of you may know, you might correct me on that one. And yeah, that's all we can do so far today. We need to find out if we can get another key, either program a blank key ourselves with some kind of programming kit if there's anything available out there. I mean, these skis are pretty old now, so I guess there must be something out there that we can use. Other than that, we'll have to take either the electrical box somewhere, send it off, maybe get it programmed that way. I really don't want to have to trailer this jet ski somewhere across the other side of the UK to get a key done. It's just not worth putting that much effort into this. It was just a bit of a fun project. I don't want to go doing miles and miles towing this thing around, getting a key programmed only to find the engine's no good. It'd be a waste of time and money. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. And like I say, we did fix that buzzer. We put one of them little project buzzers. You used to be able to get them from Maplin's. Something you had at school, if you remember doing the technology at school back in the day. You used to have those little buzzers. They work really well on this, so if you've got one of these that the buzzer's packed up, all you need is another one of these little buzzers. Look, if I just show you that, that's all it is. It's a little buzzer sounder. They work on about 9 volt to 12 volt, and that worked really well. Gave us our buzzy noises. So that was another little fix we've done. Okay everyone, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments or suggestions or any tips we can use on this thing, let us know. Drop a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. It really would help us out. And just want you guys to stay safe out there. I know it's really difficult out there at the minute with the situation that's going on at the moment. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, just take care, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Thank you guys, bye.